guys. I know it's not Tuesday, and it's the weekend, but I wanted to apologize for missing Tuesday. I had a massive migraine. I was in bed or next to the toilet all morning, all afternoon, and then when it finally let up, I got the flu. So it was a pretty stellar day for me on Tuesday. But I still wanted to share with you my extraordinary, I guess you could call it extraordinary, event. When my husband and I decided we wanted to have kids, the first month that we tried, I was knocked up, like instant. It was like fertile myrtle to the nth degree. I had a super healthy pregnancy, a super healthy 10-pound, 4-ounce baby boy, delivered naturally. Everything was perfect. Aside from the pain, but you know, it's childbirth. It's going to be painful. So when we decided we wanted another kid, I assumed that we could pretty much decide down to the month when we would have that kid, that baby. So the first month that we tried, we got pregnant. About 3 days later, I started to miscarry, and it was complete. I was in complete shock. I had no idea that this could happen to me. I was 25 years old. I mean, I was healthy. I exercised. I ate right. I had no idea why this was happening. So when I talked to my doctor, she said that this happens to everybody, that at least every woman in some time in their lives miscarries at least once. That usually it's a fluke and it's a one-time occurrence and it'll never happen again. So after the initial shock, I was like, okay, it's not going to happen again, don't worry about it. So a couple months later, we were pregnant again, and I didn't think anything of it, and I thought, oh, this is going to be great, we're going to have another baby. And a couple weeks later, on the 4th of July, I started to miscarry again, and it was at my parents' house, and all of my family was there, and I broke down. I had no idea what to do. I felt so out of control. We left, we came home, my husband put my son to bed, and I crawled into the shower and turned the shower on, and I curled up in a ball right here, and I just sobbed. I just sobbed my guts out, and I just could not stop crying. At first, it was the feeling of loss, the feeling of I had this baby and I lost it, and I couldn't take care of it. My body couldn't take care of this baby, and I had failed it. And then it was a feeling of I'm never going to be able to have any more kids. I had completely taken my first pregnancy for granted. I'm never going to be able to do that again. I'm never going to be able to feel the baby move inside me. I'm never going to be able to look into its eyes for the first time and take care of it and raise it and help it grow and nurture it. And I was never going to be able to have that again. And I just lost it. And at one point, I remember my husband getting in the shower with me and just holding me. Every muscle in my body just wrenched in pain. And then I realized that I had no control. This was completely out of my control. That I couldn't plan a baby down to the month. I couldn't even plan a baby. That I had absolutely no control, and it was, I don't know what you believe, but my epiphany was, this is in God's hands. I can't play God, I can't be God, I can't plan a child, that it's all up to Him. And I just cried, and it was a feeling of a release of control, of losing control, of just utter pain. And I remember my husband taking me out of the shower and wrapping me in a towel and just laying me in bed, and I cried myself to sleep. And that's the only time I think I've ever cried myself literally to sleep. And it was a huge, huge event for me. It made me realize that I am so little in this world, and I have no control over a lot of things. I mean, you can try and you can do your best and you can attempt to succeed, but in the end, it's not up to me. So it was a big deal for me. And if it weren't for that event, then I wouldn't have my daughter. I wouldn't know her, and she's the sweetest little girl. And I believe truly in my heart that it was a learning lesson for me, that I needed to be taught to learn that I don't have complete control, and that not everything is up to me. So, it's my extraordinary event.